Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to remove and replace your spark plugs in your Predator 212cc engines, your 224cc engines, all the way up to your 420cc engines. And in this video, I'm going to be using my Coleman CT200U mini bike, and it has a 196cc overhead valve engine. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Once you know what to do, replacing your spark plugs can become super easy and efficient. And all the tools you need, mostly everyone has in their garage. Everything you'll be needing is a gapper tool. I'm going to be using a feeler gauge to ensure perfect measurement, a wrench, a 13/16 socket, and I'm going to be using a flathead screwdriver to open up my gap if I need to. All right, now let's get into it. So first we're going to put our 13/16 socket on our wrench. Then if you come here on the bike, the spark plug is usually in the center, like right here, on most of all of your engines. So for example, this is my go-kart. It also has the same engine, and the spark plug is right there. So let's get our tool, and let's first remove the boot. This might take a little bit of force. It just pops off like that. I'm using an NGK BPR6 ES plug. So just stick your wrench in there and just pull upwards. That, and then it cracks loose, and then out comes your plug. After you remove the plug, you're going to look at the tip of the plug, and that'll tell you how it's running. So if it is black or super sooty, that means you're running rich, and if it is white and clean looking, that means you're running super lean. So as you can see, it's running a little rich but not too rich, and I'd rather have rich than lean running conditions just because it's overall better for your engine. So let's take it over to the table here and let's check it out. All right guys, here we have our spark plug, and now we're just going to use this gapper tool to measure the spark plug gap. All right guys, got the camera propped up here. Here we have our NGK spark plug, and let's take our gapper tool and we're gonna measure the gap. So I set my gap to 0.028 just because I find it efficient and great for all the Predator 212 engines and clone style engines like that. So basically you take your little gap and then you stick it in the lowest part and just slide it this way. So right now we're at right around 0.028, so we're looking pretty good. Let's take our feeler gauge that's set exactly to 0.028 and stick it in the electrode area, and right now it grabs pretty good, so we know that's good. So the gap is set correctly. And if your gap is too big or too small, if it was too big, I like to pound it on a hard surface like this one right here until it closes up. And if it's too closed, I take a flathead screwdriver like this one and pry the electrode up and adjust it as needed. So how often do you change your spark plug? I like to change my spark plug after every 10 or 15 hours of use when the top gets finally wore down, and I usually also replace my spark plug after every oil change. I like to do frequent oil changes because I don't like to wait till my oil gets all black and thinned out and loses its lubricating benefits. And also spark plugs are like $5-6. It's like a no-brainer to change your spark plug every so often, so that's my advice. All right, so after you either adjusted or bought a new spark plug, it's the same procedure as taking it out. You come around back to your spark plug hole, and the way I like to do it is hand tighten it all the way until it seats, and then I give it a couple turns with the wrench to get it nicely seated. So let's turn it all the way in. And then now that it's finger tight, I grab my wrench and then I stick it in there, and then I tighten it down. So I give it a few tightens until it's just like that, and then you put your boot back on like that, and you're good to go. And that's how you replace or adjust your spark plug. And I hope you enjoyed the video and took a few things away. and I'm out.